this edition of Dateline. We'll see you again Thursday at 10, 9 Central. And of course, I'll see you each weeknight for NBC Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jago home is more affordable than you might think. Jago Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your home will be protected with our exclusive 210 home warranty, backed by our full-time service department. Find your dream home today at jagohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to News 40 at 10. I'm Chris Allen. All evening, we've had scattered clouds, even a few raindrops now starting to show up back into western Kentucky. Those are the showers that will come through overnight tonight and early during the day tomorrow. As we look at the high today, 60, well above the average of 48, 29 is where we started this morning. And tonight, mainly cloudy skies, that chance of showers going to come through the area at a low of 42 degrees. I'll have the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Good evening, I'm Noah Fairber. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 10. Our top story tonight, one man is facing several charges, including attempted murder after a fight with 2 juveniles in Morgantown. Morgantown police say they got a call around 10:30 Thursday night about shots fired at a boat ramp on Old River Road. After an investigation, police determined that 18-year-old Keenan Knopfsinger of Central City got into a fight with a Butler County juvenile. Morgantown police say during the fight, Knopfsinger grabbed a firearm. That's when authorities say another male juvenile tried to physically stop Knopfsinger and they fell to the ground. Knopfsinger fired a shot at the juvenile's face, barely missing him, and left the scene. Knopfsinger was later arrested in Bremen and taken to the Butler County Jail, where he faces 11 charges, including attempted murder and first-degree assault. The male juvenile was treated for minor shrapnel injuries. Well, in just a few weeks, Kentucky lawmakers will return to the Capitol for the start of the new legislature session. So far, we've seen a few things that they are considering doing, and one of them is a sweeping public safety bill. While supporters say this will help Kentucky crack down on crime, opponents argue all it really does is put more people in prison. Carolina Buchek has the story.
Republican lawmakers believe Kentucky currently has a, quote, soft on crime approach that, quote, lets criminals off with leniency.
And the simple truth is that the criminal element has become an all too normal part of our world today. Our constituents are fed up. Kentuckians are fed up.
So they're proposing the Safer Kentucky Act, which does a lot of things, including creating a new felony for carjacking, increasing penalties for things like attempted murder, trafficking fentanyl, and fleeing from police. And it also creates something called the 3 strikes law, which would put a person in prison for life without the possibility of parole or probation after they commit their 3rd violent felony. This is a lot of stuff, and House Republicans say they believe this stuff will make a difference.
We talk about prevention. Best way to prevent somebody from killing somebody is if they have a history of violence, put them behind bars.
However, critics question whether the increased penalties will have the intended effect of actually reducing crime. They argue that putting more people in prison, given Kentucky's actual crime rates, may not be the answer.
Kentucky has the 2nd lowest crime in our region, the 14th lowest in the country. We had a 33% drop in homicides in the last 2 years, but we have the 7th highest incarceration in the world. So if putting people in prison was going to solve our problem, it would have already.
Now, this bill is expected to be considered when lawmakers return to work in 2024. The question is, will it make it through?
Heads up if you're holiday shopping. Right now, there are millions of scams happening as we speak. Whether you're planning to give or get a gift card this season, the chance of you getting scammed is very likely, so buyers should beware. People are scratching the barcode off the back of gift cards and stealing the money off them. We spoke to the Warren County Sheriff, who urges the public to be careful when buying.
Unfortunately, people have to be aware of so many different scams this time of year. People are trying to do the good thing. They're trying to give to different entities and nonprofits, And unfortunately, there's people that are taking advantage of that and basically stealing money out of people's pockets.
Scams are happening during the holiday season, so the Warren County Sheriff's Office is urging you to be as alert and cautious as possible. Sheriff Hightower also encourages everyone, if you have been scammed in any way, file a complaint at the website on your screen. That's ic3.gov. Well, if you're spending this Christmas holiday alone, Angel Arms Counseling wants you to know you don't have to. The Bowling Green Therapy Center is opening its doors to anyone in our community who does not have a place to go on Christmas Day. The idea began with lead therapist Susan Barnett because of what she was hearing from her clients about spending the holidays alone.
I know what it's like to be by myself for Christmas, and so I thought I would provide a place for them to have togetherness and play games, eat together, and just enjoy each other's company and kind of have a family away from family.
Angel Arms Counseling will be open from 1 until 4 p.m. on Christmas Day, and anyone is welcome. Their office is located at 730 Fairview Avenue here in Bowling Green. If you're looking for a warm way to end your holidays, look no further than the Capitol. A free warming movie marathon is hitting the Capitol thanks to Warren County Public Library and several well-known sponsors. There will be free popcorn, free breakfast, and lunch to get people out of the house and still bring the community together.
We're really hoping that by doing films that are not necessarily Christmas films, but still offering a library branch open on a day when the other library branches will be closed, that we're giving people a place to go. Maybe folks have been cooped up with their family and they all need to get out of the house. Maybe folks don't have family in town, or maybe they just want the library to be their family.
The Warming Movie Marathon will be on December 26th, starting at 8 a.m. at the Capitol Theater. There will be more movie marathons in store soon. Visit WNKY.com for details on what movies you may see. Nothing brings friends and family together like food, and while you're preparing your Christmas dinner, there are a few things you should keep in mind. Experts say all kinds of germs and foodborne viruses can transfer if we're not cautious. There may be several delicious meals being cooked at one time, and it's easy to forget that food safety is the most important ingredient.
We look at food security, but there's also nutrition security. So although I had enough food to eat, it wasn't always the most nutritious or healthiest, because those don't always last as long as other foods, because bacteria, even though we can't smell it or see it, it's growing.
The spread of harmful viruses through food is a possibility for anyone if the proper precautions aren't taken. For more helpful tips to stay safe, visit our website. That's WNKY.com. That was a look at some of tonight's top stories. Now let's send things on over to Weather Chief Chris Allen for a look at our forecast.
Noah, did you smell that turkey? Did you smell all that turkey? Yes, it's almost that time, ladies and gentlemen. Coverage of rain on Christmas Day. It's going to go up. Look at that, 100%. That's Monday morning. As the kids are getting up, you're getting up, putting that bicycle together very early on Monday morning. And the shower chances will continue even after that as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, even the upcoming last week of the year looks a bit unsettled. I've got all the forecast details coming up in just a few minutes, but first, let's check in with Maxwell with a preview of sports.
Chris, it's turkey for you? For me, grew up in New York, so it's veal parmesan on Christmas Eve. Can't beat that. Looking forward to that. But we got plenty coming your way in sports. We tell you who took home the championship in the BCBS Holiday Classic. Could the Raiders add a trophy to their chest? And some Warren Central Dragons got some new bling tonight. That's all coming up in sports. Noah.
All right, Maxwell, I'm not that big on holiday meals myself, but it's that special time of year when kids are out of school. You're juggling all the things you normally do, but also adding on final holiday preparations and keeping excited children occupied. In today's Health Minute, how the whole family can stay sane through winter break. The classrooms are empty, and your house may feel full.
And can you just eat that pancake that you have right now?
School break is here, and sometimes it can bring an unwanted gift, stress.
That's normal because we've lost that thing that creates that sense of stability and comfort.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says stresses can happen anytime there's a shift in routine, and you can feel both excited and overwhelmed at the same time. To stay sane over the holidays, Baumstein says to first keep practicing healthy habits, get good sleep, stay active and hydrated, and eat balanced meals and snacks.
All of a sudden, we're not eating well or not eating enough. Time has gone by and then we get kind of cranky.
Next, be consistent. It can help our mood and behavior. try to eat meals and go to bed and wake at the same times.
Siblings might be clashing more and having more arguments. And so these things that we're doing to practice healthy habits, maintain certain routines, are actually really powerful in terms of preventing some of that stuff.
Finally, Baumstein says to find joy in embracing the time off. It's okay to slow down and spend time together, whether that's trying something new, doing things you love but haven't had time to do, or volunteering as a family.
It might be an opportunity for you to connect with your kids in a different way.
Baumstein says to also think about getting back on track after the holidays. She says going back to school can also cause stress on children, so don't wait until the last minute to finish schoolwork that may be due or make lunches as you're rushing out the door. Have a plan to transition back to your routine. Well, as you're making your last-minute to-do list for the holiday break, make sure you add some sleep to it, as new research reveals its powerful effect on our mental health. Researchers looked at data from 154 studies involving more than 5,000 people across 5 decades. In all of those studies, the participants had their sleep disrupted for at least one night. The study authors found the subjects ended up reporting fewer positive emotions, such as joy, after the loss of sleep. Symptoms of anxiety and depression also worsened after the loss of shut-eye, even in those without known psychiatric conditions. The researchers say it took as little as staying up an hour or two later than normal for the subjects to feel the negative impact. Many in the LGBTQIA+ community have been locked out of blood donation since the 1980s. But thanks to new research and testing on HIV, the guidelines have now been updated again. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey spoke with people at Blood Assurance in Nashville to learn more.
For nearly 40 years, men who have sex with men have not been able to donate blood due to often unfounded concerns over the transmission of HIV into the blood supply.
These questions were started in the middle of the 1980s when people didn't really understand how HIV was transmitted. And so males who had sex with males were indefinitely deferred from donating blood. And over the next few decades, testing got increasingly better and better. And so we could detect any new infections. And so that deferral period was reduced to 1 year, and then finally, more recently, to 3 months.
The new guidelines don't take into account the preferred sexual orientation of the donor. Rather, it seeks to understand the recent sexual history of all individuals, since HIV can affect all individuals equally.
The current way of determining the risk factors are more in line with what we know about how HIV is transmitted. There was a large study done in the United States where these potential donors were evaluated. And also this has already been done in other countries. So we just know how it's going to affect the blood supply already.
For members of the LGBTQIA+ community, this is seen as a victory, giving them the right to take part in a public service that they have been barred from for decades.
As someone who grew up in the 1980s during the AIDS scare, which is where the original ban was put in place, this removes some of the stigma.
This stigma has led to discrimination, and by removing this and some of the discriminatory questioning, the number of people who are now able to freely donate much-needed blood has increased.
The excitement certainly stems from just knowing that this is inching just a little bit further toward equality. I mean, in so many areas of life, we still have so many ways to go, but at least this is one thing that is now being seen as more equitable.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
Still to come on News 40 at 10, the Supreme Court has denied the request to fast-track a decision on if Donald Trump can claim immunity over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. The latest details in just a bit, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen has a full look at our forecast. You got a great view of the Justice Center and the Warren County Courthouse, but rain is on the way for Christmas. He'll tell you more right after this.
It's festive family fun. Live. Pictionary every weekday.
BG Home Furnishings is the best place to shop and work. We stay motivated with daily massages.
It is just like the North Pole around here. Santa and his elves are delivering daily. We can make a calendar out of our delivery team. Meet Mr. November, always smiling and ready to deliver your sofa. For over 40 years, we are proud to be a locally owned and operated business. We are so thankful for the continued support of our community.
Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service works wherever you are and can meet you when you need it. Our mobile service van is fully loaded with all the latest tools and diagnostic equipment. We provide a range of services, including oil and filter change, battery health checks, brake services, and tire rotation. Schedule your Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service online or by contacting Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service, it's easy to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're going to need a bigger tree.
Toyota is offering $1,000 APR cash on new gas model 2024 RAV4s. Toyota, let's go places.
This thing was an event that took place on a dairy farm, and it was not my after-prom party. Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing.
Is this Woodstock?
Yeah! Hopscotch. Someone came to play! It'll have you guessing along at home. One of the founding fathers of the Rat Pack.
Oh, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah! Get your guess on. You just won $5,000.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
This December, Kelly's All New.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. And Chris, I can't believe Mother Nature actually got me what I wanted this year. Showers. I know.
That's what you asked for.
No, not really.
Okay, all right. You didn't ask for snow like everybody else?
I actually did, but she didn't give me what I wanted. But
She's not listening. Not listening.
Yeah, I know.
Not listening to anyone this time.
She never does.
Well, anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be a wet Christmas weekend, and some of the wet weather will start overnight tonight, although it's not going to be heavy rain. A few scattered showers. Live cam from downtown Bowling Green and AAA Systems. They put that camera in, and it's the beginning of more cameras to come. They're also one of the best security companies in town. If you need some security or any kind of alarm system, AAA Systems takes care of that, and they do some beautiful camera work like this, looking down on the Justice Center and seeing just a little faint area of fog, maybe some light fog there in the background at this hour as we look downtown on Bowling Green. 51 is the temperature. We've only dropped a couple of degrees since 6 o'clock this evening, and it's thanks to these southerly winds, which are coming in at about 6 miles per hour. That's keeping the temperatures up a bit, and the clouds that are out there also acting as a blanket, keeping us a bit warmer. But it's very dry here at the surface. Dew point only 32. So even though before sunset we saw some what we call virga, that's some of the rain that's falling out of the clouds, but then it evaporates before it hits ground because the air mass near the ground is so dry. But that's not going to always be the case this coming weekend. We're already seeing signs of rain showers back to the west, and some of that will start to increase overnight tonight. Here's 6:30 tomorrow morning. We'll see scattered showers here in Bowling Green and much of southern Kentucky. This is going to be the kind of stuff that's just kind of scattered here and there. It's very light. It's not going to amount to very much. And then it will start to taper off and move south and east by tomorrow afternoon. So the first half of Saturday, some showers in the area. The second half of the day, I think, will just be mainly cloudy. We see a cutoff here from that first system on Sunday. Sunday looks to be a good day with stronger southerly winds. And then here comes the bigger system. That is that piece of energy that's been out west that's going to come our way Sunday afternoon, actually Sunday evening. Sunday, the day itself looks good, but it's Sunday night into Christmas Day. Look at the rain that's coming in here. Now, it's not going to be a lot of rain, but the coverage will be just about for everybody. So we're going with 100% chance or coverage of rain as we get into the day, Christmas Day. Monday night into Tuesday, we begin to see this kind of breaking up a bit. And if you're looking for the travel trouble spots, tomorrow, stormy. Down around Dallas to Houston, that's where some wet weather's going on. Rainy in the desert southwest. Higher elevation snows will be taking place toward Denver. Now on Sunday, rainy times in the central plains and part of the deep south, stormy snow showers off to the north. And then on Sunday, it'll be our turn to be rainy not stormy, but rainy. Snow showers will be up into the upper Midwest and parts of the Great Lakes. So it's not going to be bad travel anywhere you go. Wherever it is that you get snow or rain, the amounts are going to appear pretty light. 42 tonight, mainly cloudy, and then showers will develop after midnight tonight for the most part. And then tomorrow, we're going to see that chance of showers increasing as we get into the morning hours, 60 there. A break on Sunday, 67. Then Christmas Day, that's the best chance of rain at 63. We fall off another 10 degrees. Go 53 on Tuesday, scattered showers each day through the middle and end of next week, as highs will only be in the 40s. And we're back with more News 40 at 10 right after this.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
For nearly 90 years, Ford's Furniture has been serving the home decorating needs of this area.
We're a family-owned and operated business, and we strive to provide quality products with the absolute best in friendly service.
At this special time of year, all of us at Ford's want to thank you for shopping with us in the past and look forward to serving all of your home decorating needs for many years to come.
From the entire Ford's family and team, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Ho, ho, ho! Time to go to Hobbytown. Hobbytown has teamed up with Horizon Hobby to bring you some spectacular radio control gifts this holiday season. Choose from a large selection of action-packed models from the best brands for adventures you can have right at home. Everything you need is in one box. Easy to buy, easy to give. Find RC to put under the tree at Hobbytown. 2345 Russellville Road.
Do you like hash browns? What about Schlitz?
If so, we're Opossum Hollow.
Don't miss us this weekend.
On Marquee Backstage.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think. Jayco Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at jagohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
The White House says President Biden signed the more than $886 billion National Defense Authorization Act into law on Friday. The defense policy bill provides the largest raise for service members in more than 2 decades. It also temporarily extends a controversial surveillance program and strengthens the U.S. posture in the Indo-Pacific region to deter Chinese actions. The nearly 3,100-page bill was passed by both the House and the Senate. Now to the highest court in the land, as justices on the Supreme Court denied special counsel Jack Smith's request to fast-track a decision on former President Donald Trump's claim of immunity from prosecution over his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Robert Costa has more on the potential complications caused by this ruling.
Today's Supreme Court order could delay the March 2024 start of Trump's trial on charges of interfering in the 2020 presidential election. The immunity issue will be heard by an appeals court in the second week of January. And now a potentially stunning development. The Detroit News reports it has heard a recording of a November 17, 2020 phone call where Trump pressures 2 Wayne County officials, Monica Palmer and William Hartman, to not certify the 2020 election. The paper also says Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel was on the call. If you go home tonight, do not sign it, the paper reports McDaniel told the officials. We will get you attorneys. Trump told them to fight, said it would be terrible if they certified, and said they must not let these people take our country away from us. The call was detailed in the House Select Committee's January 6 report, but the existence of audio was not previously known. In the report, Palmer told investigators she could not recall what exactly Trump said, or if he raised election issues. Palmer has said she was trying to protect the vote.
Make sure every vote is counted, whether it's a Republican or a Democrat.
A Trump spokesman said Trump's actions were within his duty as president and an attempt to ensure election integrity. In a statement, McDaniel said that at the time there was ample evidence that warranted an audit. Special counsel Jack Smith has been investigating how Trump worked to throw President Biden's victory into doubt and spark chaos during the congressional certification, often by leaning on Republicans in key states to declare Trump the victor. Smith's office declined to comment.
CBS News was not able to reach Palmer. And former President Trump, he just responded tonight to the court's order, saying the special counsel is trying to short-circuit the process. All of this could lead to a legal and political collision next year, just as the presidential race ramps up. Robert Costa, CBS News, Washington.
When we come back, Maxwell Trink is in the studio with a look at your sports.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com. Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill.
This December, Kelly's all new. The holidays are in full swing with merry guests and all the festivities. We're hooking everyone in the audience up. It's a Holly Jolly Kelly.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
Welcome into Sports. Warren Central Dragons added some bling to their fingers. The 2022-23 champion boys basketball squad got to rep their state championship rings tonight. Warren Central High School. Here's what former Dragon Chappelle Whitney had to say about ending his chapter at Warren Central.
It means a lot because I remember us freshman year talking about winning state championships and going to state, going to rep. So I feel like this is just the bow on top of the story. Ending for them.
The Warren East Raiders faced off against the Red Bank Lions in the BCBS Holiday Classic Championship game after both teams went 2-0 yesterday. The Lions had the upper hand for most of the game, moving the ball well and forcing costly Warren East turnovers, and this was enough to get the win. The Raiders fall for just the second time this season, 76-53. Look to rebound next week in the Smoky Mountain Winter Classic. Moving to the collegiate side of the basketball, yesterday Kentucky played at Louisville in a battle of the bluegrass. Wildcats guard Antonio Reeves led the way for Kentucky with a massive 30-point game, and Sky Clark gave the Cards a spark with his 20-point game, but Kentucky ultimately dominated, winning 95-76, which marks their 8th win over Louisville in the past 10 years. After the rivalry game, both head coaches spoke on the future of the Cards with Kenny Payne at the helm.
You know, for me, it's more about how do I get this team better. I feel like we are getting better, keeping them close together. That's been the focus, just living on that.
I feel for him. He's going to be fine. And I'll tell you that when they love you that much and how they're responding to him, it's just a matter of time. And again, I watched the games. And the games I know they lost a couple bad ones. We did too. We did too.
To the gridiron now, as the Tennessee Titans are hoping for an early Christmas gift when they go up against the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday afternoon. Team suffered an overtime loss last week to the Texans, falling to 5-9. Titans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair spoke ahead of this contest on how the team still has plenty to play for at this point in the season.
I would just, challenge everybody, like when they were kids, I'm sure they all had the motivation and the drive to want to be where they are right now. And if you told a 10-year-old Azeez, hey man, you're going to be playing in the NFL in week 15 or whatever, I wouldn't ask what the record was. I wouldn't ask you nothing. I just smile and say, hell yeah, let's go. So, I expect everybody to do the same.
And finally, the Nashville Predators are bringing home another win to Smashville after topping the Philadelphia Flyers 4-2 on the road. Two of the Preds' 4 goals were from the stick of winger Philip Tomasino. This was the second win against the Flyers in the past few weeks, and Tomasino says the team played even better on the road.
Last game we played them, I don't think we played our best, so obviously it was a big bounce back game for our group, but obviously having our fathers here was, I think, a lot of extra kind of motivation for our group, so it was great. I think we had a couple unlucky bounces there, but we stuck together, and again, like always, Juice was fantastic, so it's just a great win overall, and obviously we have another big one on Saturday against a really good team as well.
It's a big news for WKU football. Upton Stout is returning to the Hill after entering the transfer portal. That's Look at Sports. We'll be right back.
Shop Fruit of the Loom, brand shop outlet for the best last-minute gift ideas this holiday. Plus, this week, save 25% off throughout the store. Find WKU and UK fan gear, sportswear, basketballs, and more, all 25% off through Christmas Eve.
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? Why is that? It's unknown, and we feel unsure. Join us every Sunday on WNKY at 10:30 for Light of the World. The Bible is a lamp that will light our pathway.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Now get a new Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days. Only at your local Ford dealer.
It's the picture-perfect season.
Gingerbread House.
This is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained? For festive family fun.
Ski Lodge.
Ski Lodge. Ski Lodge. Pictionary every weekday.
Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service works where you work and can meet you when you need it. Our mobile service van is fully loaded with all the latest tools and diagnostic equipment. We provide a range of services, including oil and filter change, battery health checks, brake services, and tire rotation. Schedule your Greenwood Ford Lincoln mobile service online or by contacting Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service, it's easy to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
Well, guys, we've officially made it to Christmas weekend, so let's go around the table. What are you guys most excited for? Start with you, Chris.
Just time with family, you know.
Of course. Of course, yeah.
It's not about getting the presents.
It's giving the presents. Giving the presents are a lot of fun.
Hey,
my grandsons, that's what I look forward to.
And for me, it's getting the gifts, obviously, but also,
Sure.
you know, spending time with family, watching some football, because I hear there's going to be some good games.
Football's going to be great.
And we'll throw it to you, Michael.
Excited to go to church, you know, excited to enjoy some football, enjoy some great food. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, that's always good, too. Well, give us a quick rundown of the forecast for Christmas weekend.
All right, well, tonight it's going to be mainly cloudy. Showers coming in late tonight, a low of 42.
All right, Chris. Well, that does it for tonight's edition of News 40 at 10. Join us back here on Tuesday at 6 a.m. for News 40 Sunrise. Have a good night and Merry Christmas.